Hi, it's been a while. Do I act like 25 life in your mid 20s? What to do with this channel? Just reject yourself. It's sick how sick I've been. I'm so personally offended. Not saying men should not hit on you, which I am totally saying that. Hate it. Welcome to another episode of Only Rants. Today was supposed to be filming day, but then I fell sick again, which I'll get into later. And then it's 10 p.m. right now, and I was like, you know what? I don't care. I need to do this. So I just took an everything shower and I'm gonna do my skincare and do this episode. So let's get into it. I don't know why, but I'm already in the Christmas mood. I don't know if it's just me, but I'm feeling like it should be Christmas. Like I'm done with summer. And for someone who loves sun so much, it's kind of weird to say, but I'm so ready for winter. I'm so ready for good months in Dubai. I'm so ready for the Christmas, the wine, the Christmas movies, hot chocolates. I don't know. I'm just like really excited for it, and I'm already in the mood. Like I just want to start playing Gilmore Girls already. Also, another life update is, which is fucking sad, is that I've been extremely sick. I don't know if you can tell it by my voice, but yeah, I've been. It's sick how sick I've been. Okay, so how we're gonna do this is that first half of the video is going to be life updates because I think I need to tell you guys why I've been MIA, and then we'll talk about what I want to talk about in the second half. But I want to do my skincare also. So yeah, this is part of my skincare, and I can't see right now. Where's my serum? My skincare has actually been literally the same since years. Nothing has changed. I've been going to Dermat since I was 16 and it's still the same skincare. Okay, so I was talking about how I've been extremely sick. So, what happened around 15 days back was that, okay, on the day of Ganpati, actually, I remember it very well. On the day of Ganpati, I felt extremely sick. Like, I had fever. I went to a general pharmacist, and then I knew it was a throat thing because I was like, it was getting really difficult for me to swallow and it was really painful. And I've always faced issues with tonsillitis. So I knew it was that. I went to a general practitioner. He gave me antibiotics. I was okay for 2 days. Then again, I felt super sick. So this time I was like, I should go to an ENT specialist. And also because this time it was worse, like 10 times worse. I woke up one day and I couldn't like feel my throat. So same weekend I went to the ENT specialist. Then she told me you've got a major throat infection and tonsillitis. So she put me on IV for the next 3 or 4 days, which like so basically I was going to hospital every day and getting this IV and like three other injections. And it was much better. I was like, okay, now I'm over, like, this is over. Like the hard part is over. I'm okay now. This weekend I had plans. Like I was going for a concert, which I was so excited about. I had things planned for this weekend. So I was like, you know what? I'm better now and I'm just gonna go do my things. I went to a concert. I also said bye to two of my best friends who are flying out. Um, so yeah, all of that happened. And then today morning I woke up. I could actually feel it yesterday only that my throat is getting worse. And today morning again it was the same thing where I could just not breathe or couldn't swallow. So then I went to the doctor again, and now it's again antibiotics. It's just literally one medicines after medicines. I'm so done. But let's hope and pray that I get better and I don't have to deal with this, because next thing she said is you'll have to go for a surgery, which I don't want to do. So whatever. Another life update is that work has been going good. I have been very busy with my content and with my work and with other things. So work is going good. Um, I am planning my birthday trip, which initially was going to be London, and then whatever. Like I've still not decided. Nothing's booked yet, but I know I'm gonna be outside of this country for my birthday. So I'm planning my birthday trip, and this time I'm planning to take my mom along, because if you guys don't know, my mom and I share the same birthday. So that is another life update. What else? What else is life update? Okay, yeah. Remember how I said bye to two of my best friends because they're leaving? This I don't know how to feel about this. So Insia went to London. Jamila is going to Portugal, and I feel like I'm so happy for them, but at the same time, this is the first time I'm the one who's left behind. So all my life, I've moved. Like I'm the friend who leaves. I'm the friend who goes to another country, and like suddenly I'm just like, oh. So it's my friends who are like leaving. Jamila was literally one of my first friends in Dubai. Like we literally met at my first internship. So yeah, and then I'm just like, what? They both got their visas, and I was so happy for them. I know how stressed they were about not getting their visa. It's a stress that we all fucking go through. I hate the visa stress, but whatever. They got their visa. They're gonna go to these countries, and it's just so exciting. I'm so excited for them. But why is no one talking about being left behind? Like it's just such a weird feeling. Also at the same time, as someone who's done this, as someone who's moved countries or cities, I know it's not easy. And to know that your best friend is gonna go through this is just so, I don't know how to say, like moving out of your country or your home is not easy at all. Like there's so many things that go on. Like, first of all, you have to pack your entire life in a suitcase, go to a new country, figure out the new ways, figure out work, figure out your studies, and then figure out food, figure out your public transportation or like your daily things, figure out friends. You have no friends in this new country. And honestly, it used to seem very exciting to me. It still seems exciting to me, but it's not easy. Like we glorify, oh my god, new country, you're gonna live there, it's Europe, it's London. But I know how difficult it is. Like when I came to Dubai, finding friends or like people who you can trust. Like I still have a lot of friends, but these two are like my, you know, I'm just like, oh, they're leaving. And yeah, finding your people is so difficult. And then figuring out your finances, because I know, like, to be able to be independent, you need to be financially independent, to figure that out for yourself, to do the budgeting, um to figure out when you fall sick and there's no one for you. You just have to do these things on your own. Like you have to do the paperwork on your own. You have to do It's just very difficult. So, anyone who has ever moved out of their home to a new country has so much, like, automatically so much respect from my end, because for someone who's done it, I know it's not easy. And, but the thing is that it's needed, it's important. Like, I know who I am today is only because I moved cities or countries, and I'm very excited for the experience, for that experience for them. And also you have the best years of your life. Like that's what I can say with my experience. First year was shit for me, but then it just got better and better and better. So yeah, I'm very happy and excited for them, but I'm gonna miss them. That means I need to find new friends who I actually really like and who I can trust, which is also a task. Whatever, that is a different thing altogether. Another thing that I'm very confused with lately is what to do with this channel. So I started thinking I'm gonna come here and rant, da, 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 and I've recently realized I only rant about three things very passionately, passionately. First is about how men are trash. Second is about independence and like how you need to be very independent and how it's very important. Da, da, da. Third, how marriages are scary. Fourth, the elder daughter syndrome, which honestly has come up very recently. Last month, literally, it was like 1 a.m. or something. I'm going through my reels. I don't know why such reels come to me, and it was just one after the other about how elder daughters take everything, da da da. And I've cried. I've legit bawled my eyes out for like good one. I'm like, oh my god, I am that elder daughter. I'm the angry elder daughter who hates everyone and is always pissed at her family, da da da. So yeah, these are the things I talk about. And after 4 episodes, what am I going to talk about? So I'm thinking, should I do? life vlogs, but then I'm still like, I don't like to share so much of my life here. That's why I always do get ready with me. It's like you only see me in this box and that's it. Or you'll see some of my stories and that's it. You don't know jack shit about my life. So I'm like, do I really want to do a vlog and give so much of myself to the internet? But I love watching vlogs, so I'm like, I should do it. And then yeah, I'm very confused to as to like what to do with this channel. I really love coming out here and yapping, which honestly I think it's just for me. Like I sometimes do it in front of mirror all the time. So I'm doing it with my phone next to me. Oh my god, you know what? I think my content issue is gonna get fixed the day I get Osmo Pocket 3, which I don't know what's stopping me. I have been thinking that I really need an Osmo Pocket for everything, and I'm planning to buy one soon. But also I'm scared that should I or should I not? Am I just making an excuse because I'm just not in the mood to create content lately? So yeah, if any one of you guys have ever used an Osmo Pocket, please let me know so then I'll go and buy that. I'll buy it regardless. I know myself. I know I'm doing all this natter. I'm gonna buy it regardless. So I'm gonna buy an Osmo Pocket. Then I think I can do vlogs, which I'm still like I want to do it, but I'm like, what will I show? Two of my friends have left me, so what am I gonna show off my life? Like, there's nothing for me to show off. One thing what I do want to talk about is that life in your mid 20s, which honestly, while I'm saying it, while these words are coming out of my mouth, I can't relate because I'm still a 16-year-old. But to know that I'm gonna turn 25, 25, do I act like 25? Like, how am I gonna turn 25? This just does not make sense to me. But I'm turning 25 and I've done some thinking about things like how I've changed as a person. And there are some things that I used to like and I don't like at all now. Like I'm just okay, let me tell you what I'm talking about. It's a very specific thing. You know, growing up, every time I'd go to a club or like anywhere, you know, that's a thing where you get hit on, like men hit on you. And as much as I used to love rejecting them, it would just boost my ego just a little to know that, you know what, I'm attractive. People hit on me. Da, da, da. Now, as I'm growing up, as a 24-year-old who's almost 25, I hate it. Like, I hate it so much. I absolutely, absolutely hate men hitting on me. Okay, let me reframe it. I absolutely, absolutely hate shit men hitting on me. Like, why is there no criteria in your head where you reject yourself? Like, so every time now a guy hits on me, I get offended. I'm like, so you thought that I was approachable? You thought you could get a girl like me? Like, I'm so personally offended by this. I'm just like, please, please, please reject yourself. Like, why don't you do a pros and cons list in your head where, like, I can still list like 10 cons of yours and just one pro that you had the guts to ask? Just reject yourself. Like, why are men not self aware at all? Like, I get so offended every time some average ass dude hits on me. I'm like, sir, you thought with that attitude and face, not like I should be going on the physical looks. But when you're hitting on someone, I am going to go on physical looks because apparently the way you hit was not cool enough. You hit on me and you thought I'm going to respond? Like, I'm so offended. I'm like reworking things in my brain. Like, how should I like next make my face? Am I that approachable? Like, I used to like being approachable. I still am very approachable. I feel like I have the biggest smile on my face every time a stranger comes next to me or like looks at me. That's just my first instinct. But I would really like men to hesitate a little, like just reject yourself, please, because I will. I truly will. And it's not even the game of, you know, you should hit on everyone, you never know who you might get. No, just don't do it to me. Don't do it to anyone post the age of 22. They don't want it. Like, and most of the times men hitting on you is just not cool. Like the way they hit on you is like, can I buy you a drink? I'm like, can I tell your mom you're doing all this? Like, it's not cool. Okay, so I'm not saying men should not hit on you, which I am totally saying that. But I think every man, before hitting on someone, should do some analysis in their head. Like, look at that girl. She's that girl. But am I that guy? Like, should she be with a guy like me? No, right? So, like, do that analysis and then work on yourself to become or to reach the level where you should be hitting on her. And please do not hit on women with like, can I buy you a drink? No, it's not cool. Can I get your number? That is fucking dumb. No, you're a stranger in this economy. I'm not gonna give you my number. It's so unsafe. Like, why don't you be a decent guy? Approach a woman when she's not like in the middle of the conversation or just sitting alone and be creepy. Just reach out in a nice way. Hi, I really find you cute. I don't want to creep you out, but here's my number or my IG. I would love to take you out or like have a conversation with you. And if you feel comfortable enough, just hit me up or like I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just the first of all, the quality of men these days is just shit. And secondly, if you are a nice guy, then reach out to a girl in a nice way. Like if you're sliding into her DM, don't slide into her DM when she's posted like a hot picture because then we know every single guy is doing that. Do it when she's posted something cute or like be witty or like I don't know, man. I don't know. Just be nice. Like that's another thing. I don't know what I'd like. Also depends on what my mood is when you're hitting on me. But anyways, that's one thing that I've started hating as I'm growing up. I'm just extremely, extremely offended by it. Another thing that I used to love, and I mean, not love as much, is bodycon dresses or bodycon anything for that matter. I used to love like that was the thing that I would wear if I'm going to a club or if I'm going out. But now, if I want to dress up, I want to wear something flowy. I want something with like a lot of flair. I love like cute dresses. I love skirts. So yeah, I don't like bodycon dresses as much because I'm like, why do I have to like put myself into this? And it's just like fucking uncomfortable. I want to wear something flowy where I can twirl and feel really beautiful. So that's another thing that I've started not liking as much as I used to growing up. I don't like eating out as much, but that's one thing that I've never liked. I'm always the kind of person who wants to come back home and like have dal chawal. I have always been that person, which is so surprising. I just don't enjoy eating out that much. I do really like dressing up and going out, but and like going out for dinner. So like I really, really like a very high-end restaurant, dressing up, going there. But what I really want is to come back home and have dal chawal or like something home cooked meal. I'd want to go out for drinks. I'd like to go out for like matcha cafes or like coffee or whatever. But I really like eating at home. But sadly, I'm living in a country which is so superficial. The only thing you can do here is dress up and go out and eat and drink or whatever. So I do go out to good restaurants. But personally, if I could have it my way, the ideal thing would be to dress up really fancy, go out for drinks or like matcha or like just have a starter or whatever, and come back home and have like a vada pav or like dal chawal. I keep saying dal chawal because I fucking love dal chawal and I've been surviving on khichdi for like good 2 weeks because I'm so sick. But I'm not complaining about that. I love my khichdi. I love a good khichdi. So yeah, these are few of the things that I don't enjoy that much anymore. What else do I not enjoy? I don't enjoy big groups. I don't enjoy big groups at all. Like I am so into like my two people, like I should have one on one or it should be like two people group. I'm not into like, okay, it's a group of 10 and I'm just like I'm like so awkward. And also the thing is, people have seen me online. Like if you see me like this, she does chup, yup, 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 yup. And then if you put me in a group of 10, I'm just like, what am I supposed to say? Like I have nothing to say. If you come and talk to me one on one, I'm really nice. Like I'll talk to you. But if you talk to me like in a big group setting and people are adding to it, just count me out. I will just not be a part of it. But growing up, I used to love having big groups. I would love to be part of these big groups and, like, like a gang and this and that. I'm just now I'm like, no, I like one person. That's all. I don't want I I genuinely don't know what to add in a big group setting. I think these big groups are formed through ages, right? Like these are like school buddies or like college buddies and this and that. And I don't have a school group. I truly don't. I don't even have a college group. I have like two friends from college. So I have never just been part of like a big group. So I don't like it. And now that I'm growing up, I'm just like, I don't want to do this. Okay, one thing that I've really started loving, or not loving, or but like liking, or whatever, I've really started being into is buying matching PJ sets. Like, I don't know why I'm giggling like a child when I'm saying it, but I'm really into investing or like putting money into PJ sets. So, growing up, like not just growing up, even up until last year, my idea of night suits, like a comfy night suit, is always been like an old t-shirt that I've stolen from my brother, or like I've thrifted, or like it's just super old, even from my mom's closet or something like that. Like that's the idea of night suit in my head. I would always buy a new pair of PJ set for my birthday every year, but lately I just like randomly went to H&M, like bought like two PJ sets, and I'm like, this makes me so happy. And I was just gonna keep it like for a special occasion, if I go out, if I go for a staycation, or if I go for something. But on a random Tuesday, I decided to wear one, and I wear these almost every day. And I'm just like, I just realized I have free will with my money and I can do whatever. And it's not just for my birthdays. I can just randomly go and buy a cute and very comfy set of PJs. So, yeah, I really am into that thing. These are few of the things that I want to talk about. I know there's nothing specific, there's nothing relevant. If you relate, you relate. If you don't relate, it's just for me to watch 10 years down the line. But yeah, this was another episode of Only Dance. And I hope I see you guys soon. Hopefully, with my new gadget. Why did I do this? Okay. Hopefully, with my new gadget, which is Osmo Pocket 3. And I hope I stop making excuses about making my YouTube videos. And I will be regular. I said that in my last episode too. But yeah, let's all hope and pray for good health. Actually, you know what? Let's all come together and pray for good health, because nothing is more important than your health, which I'm realizing now, and I should have way earlier, but I did not. So let's hope and pray that I'm healthy and happy, and so are you guys for watching this. And even if you're not watching this, I just hope and pray that's for like this for everyone. Um, yeah, let's pray for good health. And next time I come and I don't have this tonsillitis and this throbbing pain, and let's hope and pray that I'm consistent with my content. And let's hope and pray that I get my Osmo Pocket 3 quickly. And let's hope and pray for a good birthday trip. Please. You have no clue how much it stresses me out. Like, how much birthday stress me out. Like, I don't want to get into it. I don't want to get into it. I don't want to jinx my trip also. But let's all hope and pray that I plan my trip and go for it. And yeah, that's that. I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Good night.